Good morning. Happy Turkey Day. I am bringing content to you guys, as I promised, about toxic people, and especially how to deal with toxic people during the holiday when you are unable to eliminate them out of your life. So let's just talk about toxic people. Let's break that down, talk about the definition of people who are toxic, like some of the characteristics pretty much. They love drama. They never take accountability. They have a lack of empathy and a lack of compassion. They are always the victim. They're blaming others. They lie. They gaslight. And gaslight is pretty much like they would say something to you, and then when you bring it to their attention, they will act as though they don't remember. They also do triangulation, which is a form of bringing a third party into the situation to cause drama. They are very negative. They are very self-centered. You can have a conversation with them talking about yourself, and they will show a lack of interest and then deflect and start talking about themselves and their situation, and then it becomes about them. They do not know how to show support at all. So now that I've broken down the characteristics of a toxic person, let's get into how to deal with them. As I stated in my previous video, if you're unable to eliminate them out of your life, do so. It is up to you. If you know how to deal with them, which a couple of people that I know who are toxic, I have either eliminated them, or if I'm like their family members or significant others or things of that nature, and you're unable to eliminate them, you will give them low contact. So low contact is pretty much where you're doing a lot of listening, you're not reacting. If you think things are getting out of hand, you just kind of pretty much just say what you mean and you're done with it. You're not going to go back and forth or anything like that. If they're not receptive to that, and they start yelling, because a lot of times they can get aggressive. Toxic people can be very aggressive. If they get aggressive with you, leave. Stop talking to them. Don't allow them to suck the energy out of you or the life out of you, because that's what they want to do. That's how they thrive, on causing confusion, causing division. So if you have any toxic, to identify a toxic person, your friends, and then all of a sudden, you guys can have a mutual friend, and then all of a sudden that friend is just gravitating towards them because they have lied on you about something. So you just want to be able to have low contact with them if they are a family member. If you share a child with them, and as I stated, you're unable to eliminate them completely, just don't get sucked into the drama. And you've been around toxic people long enough to know when the drama is about to happen. So what you do is, when you get that feeling in your spirit where you're like, okay, I can feel this potentially going left, disengage, stop talking, give them that blank stare and blink. They'll stop talking to you, because they are not getting any form of emotion from you or reaction from you to feed into their toxic behavior. So make sure, again, if you can be cordial with them. If they are co-workers and you have to be around them, be cordial. Hello, keep going. You know when the drama is coming, and just disengage. As I stated with family members, if you're unable to disconnect from them, you know when the drama is coming, disengage. However, if you have toxic people in your life that you can get away from, run. Run. Because it's going to be a challenge for them to change. I'm not saying that they're not able to, but in order to change, again, in my last couple of videos, you have to become self-aware of your, become aware of your behavior and then want to heal. And a lot of toxic people are unable to do that because they like to play the blame game. So, as I stated, if you can remove them out of your life, remove them. If you're unable to, provide them with low contact. Stay around them as long as you can, and then when you're able, when you don't have to any longer, then leave. So, what about those situations where you could potentially be married to a toxic person? And so you guys are living together. How do you deal with that? Well, that is a hard pill, and that is something very serious to consider because you guys are married and you are residing together and you may share children. So in that situation, you really have to go to God and pray and get clarity because everyone's situation is different. Of course, if someone is being abusive towards you, try to remove yourself out of the situation as soon as possible. As far as physically abusive, a lot of times they can be mentally, emotionally abusive. And with that, you have to be self-aware and know your worth and know who you are so that they can't come into that safe place mentally where you are and try to make you believe these things about yourself, because that's the whole goal of a toxic person, to use you for their benefit, but to demean you and make you feel less than so that you won't have your own identity. Your identity will fuse into what they want you to be. It's almost like they will groom you to be what they want you to be. So you have to disengage. You have to find a quiet place. You have to separate if you need to, because you can separate from your spouse in your home. Go to another room and just kind of try to get your mind together and figure things out and pray so things can be revealed to you of how to deal with that person. And so once that is revealed to you, sorry, you hear like cars. I'm out in nature. Of course, it is so beautiful out here. So I decided to do my video out here. But yeah, you're going to deal with those toxic people. And if if you're married to them, you have to pray because you have to maneuver a different way. You're not able to just pack up your things and leave. You may have property together, things of that nature. So it's very difficult to do, and you have to go through things a legal way. So definitely pray about that. Talk to an attorney to kind of see what your options are, to see what direction you need to go into. Again, I'm Ramika. This is Healing with Meek. I've taken up enough of your time. Go cook. Go eat the turkey. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Next Thursday, I'm going to talk about church, spiritual abuse in the church. I'll talk about that. And again, it's my journey. It's Healing with Me. So I'm just giving you my perspective. Hopefully it can heal people out there. Hopefully people can gravitate towards what I'm saying and not feel alone. And that's my whole purpose. I love you guys. Be blessed, my good people. Continue to move in your purpose. And again, give the blank look for at toxic people. Just blank them. Just blank stare. Until next time, my good people, stay blessed.